The MXP Series cold air intake is available for any 5-liter F-150 owner looking to pick up one of the most efficient cold air intake systems on the market with a dry filter as opposed to an oiled one that allows you to pick up a slightly improved throttle response as well as even some small power gains and fuel economy increases. As you can imagine, the install for this is extremely straightforward, 1 out of 3 wrenches on a difficulty meter. We'll detail that at the end of the video. The factory inlet on your 5.0 does a pretty good job of bringing in all the cold air from outside to your engine bay, and Air Raid's obviously kept that same design in mind. However, they focus most of their attentions on improving the tubing, the airbox, and of course the filter itself to really optimize all of the performance together. They've made this to completely replace the factory system from the manifold down to the filter, and none of it requires a custom tune. Speaking of which, this system from Air Raid utilizes what's known as a speed density system instead of a mass airflow, basically why you get the hangback on getting a tune. With that said, the speed density system is going to make changes to the computer on the fly, which is not something the mass airflow would do and require you to pick up a custom tune. So because of the speed density, no tune required, saving you money in the long run, making this a direct plug and play or bolt on and go. Now, as far as power is concerned, Air Raid lets us know they tested this on their own dyno and picked up about 19 horsepower on a stock 5-liter F-150. Now, I'd say with a tune, you can definitely maximize your power gains and see numbers in those areas, but of course, without one, I'd expect high single-digit gains at best, definitely respectable with a very easy bolt-on mod such as this one. In addition to that, you'll be improving your drive-by-wire, ultimately increasing your throttle response. You might even see a fuel mileage gain or two, which is definitely an added bonus. I will say that this is completely 50-state legal, so if you're located in those emissions restrictive states such as California, you're in the clear to pick this one up. It is street or road legal, and it will not be off-road use only. Huge bonuses there for the guys all across the country. As far as materials are concerned, you're looking at a one-piece roto-molded airbox here. This is going to completely enclose your filter, keeping out that excess engine heat so it's cold air only coming through. On the other side of me, it's a cross-linked high-density polyethylene system or tubing system with a built-in velocity stack. For a free-flowing airflow, definitely an improvement over factory. Now, dead center of attention here is going to be the Synthemax dry filter. Now, this one is a washable and reusable filter that does not require filter oil. Definitely saves you some money there. What this basically means is you can pop it out, wash it every few thousand miles, pop it right back in with no need to pick up a new one. Definite improvement over the factory paper element filter. In addition to that, it is a non-woven synthetic material with a diamond wire-like mesh outside. Serious improvements in filtration here, keeping cold air going in and all the dust and debris on the outside. As far as pricing, you're looking at picking this one up for your own 5.0 for just around the $400 mark. Definitely on the more expensive side of the no tune required spectrum. A tune will maximize your gains, but this is going to be one of the fully optimized full intake replacement systems, really the best, most efficient system you can get without picking up a tune. As far as that install is concerned, you can really get this one done in about an hour's worth of time at the absolute maximum, 30 minutes if you've done it before. Simple hand tools like a ratchet and socket set will do the trick, maybe a flathead screwdriver as well. 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter, no doubt. Cold air intakes are one of the easiest mods you can do to pretty much any engine, so definitely no difference here.
First thing you need to do is disconnect the negative terminal on your battery to be safe. Disconnect all wires and plugs attached to the factory airbox, then use a ratchet and socket set to unclamp all of the couplers and pull the factory setup out of the engine bay. You can easily assemble most of the Air Raid intake outside the engine bay to make it easier on yourself. Connect the inlet tube to the airbox and connect the plug back into the new tubing. Drop the assembly into the engine bay and secure it using the factory push pins. Next, you want to attach the new coupler from Air Raid to the throttle body and clamp it down. Attach the new tubing to that coupler and the other end to the new airbox, reconnecting any remaining plugs and wires, then drop the filter into place and clamp it down to the new coupler. Reconnect the battery terminal and you're good to go.
That pretty much wraps things up for me, so if you're the owner of a 2015 or newer 5-liter F-150, you might want to check out the MXP Series cold air intake with the Synthemax red dry filter from Air Raid. You can find it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.